Alright, what's going on? Scout11 back, Witcher 2. And I did some checking in. This sword is pretty much the best steel sword in this chapter. And it is badass, as you see. I had a feeling it might have been, but I wasn't positive. So let's see what I got to enhance it with. We got some fire runes, which I'm going to put on there. We got an earth rune. I'll put that on there. And we actually have more fire runes. We got a lot of runes. The moon rune. What does the moon rune do again? The fire rune is incineration. Damage reduction is the earth rune on block. I think the moon rune is like for your signs. I'm gonna hold off on the last rune for this one for now. Okay, so anyway, well, now that we got that from our boy for completing the quest. Now remember, Thorak we killed, so now this guy's here in this place, and we could sort of done banner. We don't need it anymore. What else we got to sell? I gotta start doing the mutagens. Kind of holding off a little bit on it just because I don't want to use the wrong ones because it's a one-time thing. But this guy sells kind of the same type of stuff that the other guy sold that we killed, Thorak. But I think he actually sells a little bit more. Like this Ysgith rune I actually would like, I think, to throw on. I'll probably end up buying one of those. Sells the ores, he sells these runes, sells some more diagrams to make the stuff. Okay, so if I want to make this rune, I need water, stone, necker hearts. I got all those, but it'll cost me 351 to get the thing for it. And it'll cost me 401. Okay, well, you know what? I might as well buy the actual... What does the sun rune do again? Sword upgrade is 5% damage. This gives me 7% damage and bleeding, so this is better. So I might as well get the diagram. It's a little cheaper. And then I'll probably just buy the fire one too. Well, actually, let me make sure I don't already have these. Let's see. I don't think I ever got these yet. Yeah, so let's get the fire one, because if I get another sword, I'm always going to at least put fire on it. And I'm going to probably put earth on it, so I'll buy those. So I can make them later. But anyway, so what we want to do is head into his old house, Thorak's old house. And we were in here earlier, and there was a locked chest, if you remember. Now that we have the key from him, we can open that. So we got a sword there that we're just going to sell. But we open this chest, as you see, it has Ulkin's receipt, a diagram for the yellow meteorite sword, which we already bought a long time ago, but we've been using it, so it's worth it. And 216 orens. But we also level here. You get 1,000 for completing that quest to prove that he has something to do with her poisoning. And then you get another level, because there was another quest, if you remember, called The Walls Have Ears. And we get another 1,000 XP for that quest. We get both of them basically taken care of. And we got those quests by talking to the right people during the blood, royal blood quest, where we had to we talked to the dwarves by Yorvith, if you remember, and we talked to the peasants down the hall, and they're the ones that kind of gave us the quests. We could have talked to other people around town, but you wouldn't have gotten those quests, and you would have missed out on all that experience. So anyway, we're going to level. And we already have Whirlwind all the way up. Yes, we do. So we're going to go Combat Acumen here. When this one gives us 10% more damage and 10% damage reduction. And we're going to finish that one off. And then we'll probably go, I think... I'm going to go Invincible for this other level and get more vitality and more damage reduction. And we're just becoming a bad motherfucker. We got 10 levels left until we hit the cap. And we're pretty much just going swords, like as I said earlier. So we'll end up getting them pretty much the rest of these, I would think. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, did I do that right? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, we're actually going to get all of them, 11, 12. I have to decide which ones I'm not going to get. Really? Wow. So you can't get all of them? Well, we'll see. Now, I also want to look at my mutagens real quick, because like I said, I want to start slotting those mutagens in. And I think I do have some. At the enhancement mutagen, adrenaline regeneration and hidden foe 3%. Now, there's a greater enhancement, which gives you, I think, 5%. I'd like to kind of wait and see if I get that. The greater critical effects isn't bad, but it's not one I'm really thinking of using. Yeah, see, most of these I'm probably not going to use until I find, like I said, the greater ones. But I do need to head back to the town, or to the inn, and get my stuff to make that other rune. I want to put that in my sword ASAP, so I don't have to worry about forgetting about it later. I'd be very surprised if I don't have all the materials for it, since I've been looting everything I possibly can. Though it is possible. Alright. So we need I need 1 essence of water. I already have the stone on me. And I need 3 Necker hearts. Essence of water and Necker hearts. 3 Necker.
How can I help?
So let's hope I got these things. Necker hearts. Really, I don't have Necker. Oh, there we go. What happened? Okay, 3, I think I said. So 3 of those. And essence of water. I remember before I was making way earlier in the game. Yeah, essence of water, elemental stone. We got Necker hearts. Okay, nice. Earlier in the game, I was making potions in chapter 1, and I couldn't. I don't know if I showed it because it took me forever. I think I cut it out. It was slotting me. I needed 2 like of what the essence of water type of thing is, and I couldn't take an essence of water out for some reason. It was real weird. It wouldn't let me do it. So I just didn't make the potion, but that's why. Like some of those things you don't have a lot of, like the essence of waters and stuff. Don't just use them to make potions. This guy can craft. Don't just use them because they're there. Make sure you're making your potions with the stuff you have that you really want to use. You don't want to waste stuff. Okay, so this is the one I want. Alright, so we got it. Now we need to sell. So we're going to enhance this with this rune here. Alright, now our sword is badass. Even more badass-esque. If that's a word. Alright, so I think we're pretty good here. Oh, I didn't want to check. Ah, shit. Okay, well, we need to head back that direction anyway. Real quick, I wanted to check my mutagens and see what ones I have stored. If I have any graders stored that I look to using. Kind of forgot to do that. This video's been a lot of running around.
Look, another one. You let one human in and in no time.
How can I help you?
Okay. Actually, no reason to be holding on to them, actually. If I'm not going to use them. I'll hold on to them in my storage, but not on my character. Okay. Greater Vitality Mutagen is one that I'm thinking of using. And concentration mutagen, I'm not probably going to use. That's... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's more for a mage. Madness is actually a pretty good one, so I might use that one. I'll take Madness, and I'll take Greater Vitality, I think. I'll throw those in to start with. And now, of course, the way these work is based on, as you see your skills, if you have a small circle like that one does, that one does, and that one does, you can put a mutagen in there. Now, once you do it, it's there for the rest of the game, pretty much, so you're stuck. So make sure you get what you want, and we also have one up here from the very beginning on this Fortitude. I think Dagger Throne might have it. One of these other ones also has a mutagen, a way to enhance your mutagens, but I didn't use it. So, okay, so anyway, we'll do this one first. Hit mutate. Greater Vitality gives us 10 more Vitality, so I'll just use that one. Why not? Okay, and then, so it's now you see it's filled, and it has Vitality plus 10. And now the Madness one we'll throw here, I guess. Doesn't really matter where. Madness gives us 5 Vitality and a bonus on signs and an armor bonus, so it's a pretty good one. Gives you 3 things, so we'll use that one. So we're just making our guy even more badass-nesque is whatever, if I can't talk. Alright, so now let's actually do something quest-related. Alright, so the quest we want to do, work on his royal blood, because we just found out that Stennis, you know, you basically know Stennis is guilty. Through this stuff. And then, so anyway. Royal blood. So now it's time to confront the angry mob that we were that wants Stennis because they believe he did it, and let him know that he actually did have something to do with it. Am I going the right way though? Yeah, this way will work. So let's head here.
Who will the Witcher side with?
He's on very good terms.
It's good to see someone's taking...
Enough of this charade! Try to be reasonable, folks! Sit down and talk in peace! We've talked enough! Come on, lads, let's drag the prince from his hovel!
Vergen's not a cesspit for anyone to shit in. There are laws to abide, and Scanlan Burden's job is to uphold them.
There's no law allowing a serf to threaten a king's scion. I, Silgrat, brother of Seltkirk, the greatest knight to walk Edirnian land, say so.
Does it matter who was born in a castle and who in a pigsty? Any fool can prejudge and condemn. It's easier to accuse than to prove guilt.
A peasant servant claims that Prince Stennis supposedly attempted to kill Saskia. Why would the prince do such a dastardly deed? Bear in mind how eminent is his lineage.
That's why! The mongrel covets the crown!
Do you even remember how valorous he was towards Saskia during the negotiations with Henselt?
Pretending to be with her, he was, sly fox. Taking the simple peasants in. But us lads ain't so dumb as you lords think.
See for yourselves how the commoners hate the prince, spitting venom like adders. They hatched a plot to dispose of him.
Saskia's servant said that...
Where is this servant, might I ask? If he's got something to say, why does he hide like a thief? The answer is simple. He's a fraud.
He's hiding to save his skin from you, whoresons. Squirrels have to guard him.
One last question. How could the prince poison Saskia? It's a known fact that servants taste wine from the barrels before the Virgin sips it.
No need to poison the wine. Smearing the poison inside the chalice would be enough.
I never heard of anyone poisoning a chalice.
You haven't heard much then. One of the Emperor's forebears died after sampling some lamb. He was always scared of poison and ate supper with his cook. The murderer spread poison on one side of a knife. Then he cut the meat so that only a small piece was poisoned.
The Witcher's right. Give us Stennis.
Saskia's got her own chalice.
It was commissioned from one of the dwarves. The order came with a very detailed drawing.
Even so, how did it come into Saskia's hand?
A good point. We can't be sure if the prince poisoned the wine.
Stennis is blowing hot and cold. Everyone knows that.
You were supposed to prove his guilt, not insult him, yokel.
Tell us who else would do it. A peasant wanting to hurt the miss? Never. It's cause of her you noble dogs can't ignore us. A pig won't cut its own throat. A peasant's not foolish enough to raise his hand against his savior.
Perhaps it is no peasant's deed. However, that doesn't mean the prince is guilty, fool.
Answer me this. Was not Stennis's room next to Saskia's? Do not the wines come from his own lice-ridden cellar? Can he not enter the Virgin's kitchen at will? Yes. His serene Damed the prince can. Curses on his kin. Nobody in Vergen wants to kill Saskia. And even if they want it, nobody but Stennis could do it.
You're wrong, Colton. Reverend Olkin wanted to get rid of Saskia. He thought she was a monster at heart.
Olkin was on Stennis's leash like a dog.
How dare you, lout! Do you imagine if someone sits next to a married lady, he's surely fucking her?
The priest tried to convince Prince Stennis to join the conspiracy.
Is Stennis some dimwit foundling that he dances to a lousy priest's tune? Olcan got what he deserved when Hensel cleaved his head. Now it's Stennis's time.
There is no proof the prince agreed.
The priest asked him for admittance to the kitchen.
So he didn't poison the Virgin himself, but allowed her to be poisoned.
It appears Stennis would benefit the most from Saskia's death.
Your Highness, this is dangerous.
I am not afraid. Fear is a commoner's trait, unfit for one with royal blood running in his veins. What do you want, to judge me? Is a prince a common thief who steals a dozen eggs at the market? You stand before royal majesty, and you raise your hands against it. In this world there are crimes that can be forgiven, and crimes that, by any means, cannot. Just as a mother killing her own child, or a man slitting his own brother's throat cannot be forgiven. A crime against one anointed by the gods themselves also cannot be condoned. He who raises hand against divine right is not worthy to walk this world. And what about he who poisons the Virgin of Edern? Firstly, Saskia is alive, so no one can blame me for her death. Secondly, you have no proof that it was I who tried to murder her. And thirdly, I assure all gathered here, I won't rise above the law. However, only she, the Virgin of Edern, can judge me. Can he? And if Saskia won't get well, who's gonna judge you? I believe she can be cured. But if the gods decide otherwise, we'll summon a coven of the wise who can pass just sentence.
Those are words worthy of a true sovereign!
I am the one you should look to for guidance. Let my deeds be the flame that lights up your darkness.
Oh boy, here it is. Is he guilty or is he not? So we know he's kind of guilty, right? Hell, fuck it.
You didn't say a word about your guilt or innocence. You demand justice. You want to summon a coven of the wise. But who will sit on that coven? Any peasants? No, only people you'll nominate yourself. Lords whom you'll reward with lands for reaching the right decision. Such men are to decide if you're guilty? No, you are guilty, Prince. You know you are.
Ooh! That's old school justice right there. Look, he's getting the blood. Remember, he needs royal blood for the cure. That's a good way to get it.
The nobles won't forgive them that.
They're a cowardly lot. Yelping's all they're good at.
And backstabbing.
By Stennis' example. His filthy life wasn't taken in vain. Eilhart will get royal blood, and Saskia will be cured.
We need to hurry. We can't keep peace in Vergen with strength alone.
Anything's possible using strength. One just has to know how to use it.
That's your credo?
Saskia's the best leader I know, but she can't hope to defeat Henselt with this rabble.
What do you intend to do?
I'll get reinforcements. The Scoia'tael are more numerous than you think. Time to summon them. I'll leave shortly.
You won't get through the fog.
I don't intend to. Mountains may stop human armies, but not the Scoia'tael. I'm going south.
Will you be back in time?
I have to. Vafail, Gwynblade. Don't lose hope.
And another level. Look at that shit. Going crazy with his levels. So royal blood is done, which gives us... Oh, did we get 2 levels? Well, 1000 XP. So we gotta go... I think we'll be doing this one next. Where's Triss Marigold? We still need stuff from her. So, did we get 2 levels or 1 level? We got 2 more levels. Holy cow, they ain't fucking around, are they? Alright, so what we got left here? We got Where's Triss Marigold? The Eternal Battle. We still need, the Rose of Remembrance. Remember, Triss has it. And these things, yeah, blah, blah. Well, we got Royal Blood, we got the Immortelle, and we got Source of Power. So the Rose is the last thing we need, so, yeah. Okay, so let's see what we're going to go with here, real quick. So we got Invincible last time. So what do we want to go with? Finesse is not bad, more crit chances. A lot more vitality there. We're going to need it soon, so yeah, we'll go this way. Finesse. And Hardy. More vitality, get our health up and ready to go. So we have, how much does it show how much health we have as a number? It doesn't actually look like it does. I never really paid attention to how it works. Oh yeah, it was probably under attributes actually. So we gotta go here. 600 vitality, okay. Here's our resistances, pretty good, I think. Almost 50% from most things. Our bonuses for Axii and Igni obviously isn't going to be great because we're not doing any mage stuff. Our adrenaline is 165% though on hitting a foe, which is awesome. And what else we got? Knowledge, abilities, and that's it. Alright, cool. So we got to talk to Philippa now. We're slowly and surely getting here. We can get, ooh, Stennis' sword. They didn't loot that, did they? They beat the crap out of him, though. He deserved it. This thing's probably not that special. 22 of 28 bleeding. It's not bad, but not what we got now. Awesome. Okay, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll go talk to Philippa on the next vid. So take care.